Hello again, everyone. Melth here with one more Green Earth hard campaign mission before the factory battle. This one is quite a fun challenge, and very different from how it was in normal mode. Superficially, the map is still the same, but just by changing the volcano pattern, they really made it a different experience, and Hawk's predeployed troops also changed things substantially. So you can see that Hawk now has a massive number of mechs in the middle, which means of course he threatens to capture these properties around the volcanic rim very early. This anti-air here can help deal with that by instantly killing some of his mechs, so send it down that way to where some of the first mech threats will arise, and a tank down that way too. But it also changes things up in another way that's advantageous to you, which is that because he has more than 5 infantry-class mechs, he won't actually build any more back in his home base, meaning that he doesn't actually get them loaded onto an APC anytime soon and then have them go down here and capture that base like he could on normal mode. So that aspect of the mission is easier. But, on the other hand, he now has 2 giant MD tanks that start cruising toward us immediately. We have a garbage economy. We can't even field like 1 MD tank by the time he gets to us. So dealing with that is going to be quite a challenge. I came up with a very clever stratagem for dealing with one of them though. So watch this. I'm going to load this guy onto that APC, drive over here, threatening to capture that base. That's efficient, and useful for several other reasons too. See, if I drive this tank here now, it seems like a pretty bad move. But the key is that at this point, his recons will see only one valid target that's going to be in range of them, basically. Drive along these roads and hit that infantry. Both his recons will want to do that. And the recons move before MD tanks. So this recon will end up moving here, and then this MD tank will try to move, but get blocked, and therefore end up here instead. And the key is, that's a volcano tile. So with this clever maneuver, I'm going to make him block himself into a volcano tile, and wipe out half of his own MD tank on the first turn. That is a, in my opinion, very clever opener. Alright. And his mechs, of course, fan out for all those captures. His economy will be a lot bigger than mine, and I can't do much about that in the early stages. He can just threaten to capture so many properties early on, and I can't get to all of them. There's sadly still not really any good pattern to the volcano. I mean, it hits the same tiles every even turn, and the same tiles every odd turn, but they're pretty much just random tiles, and you can't really exploit most of them like you can this one, because most of them are just on your side of the map. But just avoiding most of the hazards is a good start, at least. Alright, I'm going to just drive my tank and anti-air down full speed that way. Then over here, I think I'll go for that capture, and just run infantry full speed ahead. This one up that way, because it's more efficient for him, I would say. I can initiate that capture. Now, let's see. I might just put my tank, you know, here, something like that. Yeah, that should be fine. This APC has done its job, I think, and I'll go back down to where I can help ferry people toward this more distant base, which I want to capture as a good staging area. And the only cost-effective way to deal with an MD tank in the early game is just to build an artillery. So we need one of those to deal with the southern MD tank, now that we've half dealt with the northern one at least. We'll probably want an artillery up north too eventually, but it's less of a priority now that the guy's at 5 HP. He still has overwhelming forces, so we need to deal with them using good tactics and some choke points. Alright. So here comes the volcano. Hits that mech, so that's nice for us. Notice that just like in normal mode, it does still hit this city, so that one city is just a doozy to capture. I'll take out that mech. This one I think will feel compelled to go for that city capture, so that's good for me. And I will capture that city, or base rather, and I can deploy quite quickly over there. And that recon will probably go into repair mode now. Which is fine. I mean, he can eventually restore it, of course, with his black waves, but it's fine. Alright, I can pick up that infantry, I think. I want to make sure that I'm not blocking my very important artillery. I need to be in range to capture that city next turn. This is going to be quite crucial. And avoid sending anything there. By the way, that's a volcano tile. Alright, let's get more infantry. Play it like Advancers by Web, get a ton of infantry on this map, and need lots and lots and lots of them. Now I could attack that guy here and get a pretty good first strike, but I think I'd rather have the anti-air, which is just kind of a less valuable unit, do that instead. The anti-air is really only good for this one job of killing mechs, and these are the last ones on this side of the map, so probably best to just do it like this, and then move on. lots of artillery, which makes storming his base later on without casualties quite tricky, honestly. Okay. Now, I could first strike that tank, and that's an okay move. It's worth considering, at least. But I should think about things. There might be an even better move available. Alright, so down here, I think that I ought to strike that mech with this anti-air. I'll take a bit of damage, but that's all that anti-air needs to do, so that's fine. Then, very importantly, I initiate this capture here. Now, the good thing about that is, as I mentioned a few times before, enemies that can attack capturing units will always attack capturing units as their top priority. So this tank no longer threatens my tank, he will attack that infantry. And that, in turn, means that if I put maybe my artillery over hereabouts, or hereabouts, something like that, I can then shoot him guaranteed next turn. Just need to get out of the way of the empty tank so it doesn't kill me. Now, what can he threaten? Oh, he threatens a whole lot, actually. Yeah, if he gets a shot against me there, he will kill me. Maybe I should have actually done things a little bit differently and dropped off differently, but oh well. Threaten some additional captures there, I think. And advance that guy and that guy. So, I'm still wondering what to do over here. If I strike that tank, it's a good initial volley. He can then hit me with his empty tank, maybe. He probably would, in fact. What are my alternatives? I could basically just build a wall of infantry and then hunker down behind that. Yeah, put that one there. And just pull this guy back to safety. And then do a join up. And build an artillery over here. I might end up doing that, I think. It's going to be a little bit painful, but I can produce more infantry, so that's probably the best bet. I need to get the artillery out to deal with his empty tank and so forth anyway. Okay, so that all went as planned. So we strike that guy very efficiently. Work on that capture. Now you are one tile off, so instead you're going to go for... no, if I capture that property, then he might shoot me with empty tank instead. I don't want that. So maybe I'll kill that guy. Join up with that one. I mustn't allow him to attack from this plains tile. That's no good. So maybe I'll drop off over there. If I happen to move this tank like that... What's he doing over here? Can I ward off any units? Not really. So if I move my tank like that, and then this infantry like that, he'll be forced to attack from the road, which is, of course, going to mean he takes a little bit more damage. That might be advantageous. Okay, so over here I can shoot that tank. Unfortunately, it means I'm base locking myself for a turn, but it's going to be okay. Killed that guy. That's great. And advance more infantry. I think I did a few more that direction. I took a lot of casualties just trying to block. So, make up for that. And get a couple more. And then I'm going to save my money, I think, after that. Try to go for some big guns. Okay. So do that capture. You gotta do that join up. And re-block, so he's forced to keep staying out where I can shoot him. And now I think these guys can just charge on ahead. Now, there is a volcano tile somewhere in that area, like on one of these plains. I'm gonna avoid that. I honestly forget exactly which tile it is, so I just avoid that area in general. walk these infantry that way. Grab the APC back to pick some of them up. It's probably running low on gas, but that's okay. I'm Jess, so I can fix that. Now, over here, if I move like that, and back that infantry off, perhaps, I can strike that guy. I might get hit by his empty tank, but that'll be okay, and I can finish it off with my artillery. If I walk like that, he can't quite get to me. Likewise, if I walk like that, we'll get more infantry over there, where they can come out and capture things more efficiently. How much do we need for a Neotank? I can get it if I don't do much for repairs. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Neotanks are very useful here for breaking through his lines and instant killing things. I must also watch out that he doesn't get his CO power this turn. I mean, not like this turn, but I mean like on my upcoming turn. I want him to save for a super, I think, instead. Did that hit me? No, just close call. Very good. So down goes the empty tank. That city is mine. Going to pick up from here, I think. And then run these guys along. Sometimes he doesn't have good coverage, this time he has good coverage. So that's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Going to stand like that. And I guess... Oh, you know, he will get out his black wave this turn, won't he? That's annoying. Huh. Usually that doesn't happen that way. Oh no, if I hit this thing, that's what's... Yeah, that's what's different. Once I hit that thing, then he won't be able to get it. I'm going to take some heat here. So I could produce a Neotank here next turn and then just be able to just stab that right into his vulnerable underbelly. Maybe I get myself another tank out here in the meantime. And then save the rest of my money for a Neotank next turn. Does he still have good coverage after those moves? I'll need to check. If he uncovers himself, then he can just kill off his units for free, and that, of course, is really great. Nice. I knew he'd lure himself onto that volcano spot, so that is a ruined mech. My tank's not really in good condition either, but, you know, whatever. I can threaten to capture that guy, and do this join up probably. And initiate that capture, and just run lots of troops in. His mechs will really struggle a lot against an artillery. Just because they have no movement bonus, they can't ever quite get inside his range safely, so that's advantageous. Okay, well he did screw up his coverage there, so that's a dead anti-air. And out here I get a Neotank. And if I initiate that capture, I will get volcanoed. But I should be able to complete it with the join up anyway. And these guys should be able to just slip right on past the volcano there. Alright, that should be about as good as it gets. Remember, when fighting against global damage COs such as Hawk or Drake or Olaf, you don't want to have a lot of injured units sitting around waiting to get hit again by his next blast. It's better to join up before he blasts. I don't know why I built so many anti-airs in this mission. They're really not good here. Okay, don't actually want to join up here because I can capture that thing anyway. I just got volcanoed anyway, so that's fine. You could capture or shoot anybody who went for that capture. Is that worth going for? Maybe. Like if I shoot that, and then I shoot that, yeah, that's a ruined tank. It'll go back and block one of his repair spots. He will get a superpower this turn, meaning he will inflict some pretty heavy damage on me. Yeah, I think it's best to not start that capture because I'll just get nuked anyway. I think I should just get another infantry out here instead. Maybe just load the guy in so he doesn't even take damage. And just perhaps sit there and bait him into range. This guy can't do anything, right? Yeah. That should be a fine idea, I think. Trying to maximize the number of guys that are at full HP to capitalize next turn. After getting some repairs done, of course. Likewise with those guys, so I'll pay a lot of repair price, but should be alright. Over here, I wanted to capture that thing, but I think I'd better just back off and moderate my expectations. Join up, get some money back, I guess, because I can't. Yeah, if I occupy that property, I won't actually be able to capture it, but I should live, and I'll force him to stay on bad terrain while I pick at him. That might be worth it. And I might need another tank there just to be able to keep fighting. Much as I'd rather save for Neo. Okay, so he'll get a pretty powerful Black Storm here, but hopefully I can then crush him before he gets out another one. There's pretty much no way to avoid at least one powerful power from him on this map. You know, it's a big map, you build a lot of units, you do a lot of damage at him, he will get out of Black Storm at some point before you can win. Oh, you know, I didn't consider that Black Wave in my calculation of whether I could capture that volcano city. Whoops. That's a mistake. Alright, well, I can lay waste to that guy, so that's advantageous. And I better think carefully what to do here. I could just have that infantry finish that guy off. I could join, or not join, but finish off that capture. That's probably worthwhile. If I continue this capture here, he is forced, I think, to just keep dealing with me, with that mech nearby, I believe. Which will then block that mech, give me more turns with my artillery, I think. I'm going to try it. So I think basically this mech will stand here and fight, and then and only then will that mech move. So it stays blocked, I believe. Avoid that tile, that's a volcano tile. Having a hard time getting through his tough lines there, but we'll do it eventually. Best to advance as far as we can there, I think. And down here, he does have coverage, so I can't safely kill that thing. That's regrettable. This anti is probably best backing off over there to deal with that mech. That tank can't do much to me over here, so that's fine. And I guess I will just prepare for additional captures. Maybe a cheap tank over here to replace the almost dead one would be a good idea. If I initiate this capture, what's going to happen is that his mech will shoot me, then I'll get Volcano down to 1 HP. So I won't get it no matter what, basically. If I attack like that, I'm not really going to come out ahead. I might just lose a unit, so that's probably best avoided too. So maybe I'd best have these guys back off and just wait till he's out on less good terrain and is a bit weaker. No wait, that's Volcano, not that. Can I get a Neotank next turn? Yes, I think I'd better save for that then. Gotta instant kill more tanks. Okay. So blocks us up getting some repairs, that's fine. Volcano will slow down that capture a bit, that's also okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Did my artillery get hit there? There's so many volcano tiles to watch out for. Yeah, it did. Okay. Well, that's not great. I can't finish that capture either, but I'm darned close. Guess I can threaten to break through there soon. Now, probably another Neo over here is what's called for, I think. Love those instant kills. So we complete that capture. This tank is a bit of a threat that I just need to dispatch efficiently. As long as that mech dies, no point in joining up, we'll just capture the thing next turn and then get volcanoed again. So I want to lure somebody probably into artillery range to deal with the tank efficiently. Can't have the APC get hit or it'll just die. Even that recon's a threat to the APC, really. So let's drop a guy here. Yeah, the recon can strike him, tank can strike him, but they can't both do it because they only attack from that tile. So that should work okay. And the tank can't hit anything that's down here, so that's okay too. Then I get out my next Neotank, I think. And I finally complete that capture. So, you know, bit by bit, I'm getting a good economy. It takes a while, but I'm getting one. And I'm starting to steal Hawk's properties too, so that'll weaken his economy. So that will be beneficial as well, bit by bit. Above all, just try to pull out his units and kill them in the open so you don't need to deal with like a thick mass of them protecting his rockets and whatnot back in his base. Okay, so steal that property. Now, it's almost tempting to leave his APC alive on purpose, just because killing it doesn't really do you any good. And, you know, killing it does give him power buildup, but I think it's still best to just go for it. So we killed that thing. It's a double kill, that doesn't really help us, though. The artillery's gonna die, but that's alright. Well, not die, but I mean, reduced to 1 HP by the volcano. Like this poor guy got volcanoed again and again and again and again. If I strike from here, I'm one space closer to threatening his rockets. That's good, I think. And I block passes for any other units down the road, so that's also nice. Those should go back, or that guy, they should go back for repair, so that's good for me. As should that guy now, I think. And that guy. So this should be alright. And then I'll join those two up, perhaps. I need to get another cheap tank just to have a fighting unit, because I keep injuring my ordinary tanks. You can go for an HQ capture. I think I usually end up routing him most of the time. But, you know, we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Need another cheap tank there, too. Okay. So Hawk, I want to push him past his CO power if I can. And get him right to saving for a super, which will hopefully never come. The way he keeps just like feeding me anti-airs has been pretty funny. A nice drain of his resources. Yeah, artillery gets hit, nuclear gets hit. It's all expected. Do I want to super this turn? If I do, I can hit that rocket extra hard. Now, how close is he? I've got a fresh Neo there. I could drive up and strike that thing down. I can strike... I want to be careful with that. That might make me vulnerable to a mech or something, so I should avoid. I think, though, if a super, I can push him past his CO power, so I think this is a good chance to do that. You know, does it need to be a super, though, or would a CO power do it? I can maybe get another CO power. So you ought to hit that thing. They obviously already hit that thing, no doubt about that. Maybe I should do just a cheap CO power now and try to go for another CO power to finish it. We'll see how it goes. I might actually want to strike from the road, oddly enough. I'm not certain about it, but that could be better because it might keep me away from being boxed in and trapped there if I lose the guy next to me. I think I'll do this, though. No, I will do the road attack. Okay. So, I did less damage than I was hoping for. Alright. So, what do I do now? I can kill that guy easy. Can I get an avenue for my Neotank to get in there and kill that tank? Maybe not. Maybe I should avoid antagonizing him further in that case and just leave him stuck with his CO power, but stuck not getting his CO power. Because if I give him his CO power, then that tank comes out at full HP, my Neotank drops to 7, and none of those things are really great. So maybe I should just... let's see, where's his strike? Is that the safe tile? Not honestly sure. But I'm going to try to starve him of good targets now. If I put something like a Neotank there, and a healthy tank there, his other guy's in repair mode, so he shouldn't go for me. No, I'll just go like that even. Just really deny him good targets. Stand like that. And like that. He shouldn't dare attack mech against Neo. During my CO power, certainly. Threat and capture an HQ probably won't happen, but I just want to present the threat for the future, so I have options. And can't do a whole lot over here, but I can maybe join those two up, have them ready to attack the artillery next turn or something like that. Because it should be full HP and then move off to who knows where. Alright, I think that I've managed to CO power well. We'll see if I've overlooked something. Perfection. Okay. Now we'll see if I can get to my CO power again and render that decision useful. If I clink that guy for a bit of damage, that will help. Nope. Okay, fine. What attacks will I do regardless? Probably that one and that one. And that one? Yeah, okay. That one's going to be a no-brainer once I can open up the path. I'd love to just be able to instant kill that guy. That's currently not in the cards, but it could be. We do a bit more damage. This might be the best move. Just trying to block a lot of factories. We push them past the threshold, so that's ideal. I'd like to be able to instant kill that thing. I guess this attack doesn't really need to be powered up, I'll just do that regardless. Man, still no CO power. It takes a lot more than I thought to charge up. Part of the use to advancers by web, where when you use your CO power, the next one does get more expensive, but you don't lose any current charge at least. So that's part of why it's different. Well, I can still kill that. Maybe I'll just go for that. There we go. Alright, so only get it for these last few attacks, but I think that's worth it. Couldn't kill it. That would have been nice. But that's okay. I must watch out for that mech. If I strike him like that... he can't kill me unless he gets his super, which I don't think he can do. But I should bear the possibility in mind. Let me see if I strike like that. Or, you know, I could have that guy attack and I'll instant kill them. I think this is probably better, though. Now, if I hit this random artillery, will that give him his superpower? I don't think so. He's got nothing he can shoot with that guy. He's got nothing he can shoot with most of these guys. So maybe I should just let good enough be good enough. He could hit that infantry with that infantry. Does that really matter? I don't think so. I don't think he can get enough power out of this. I'll just open up new avenues to finish off the guys there. And get another tank out. And I think that's going to be good enough. Yeah, they just join up and block themselves. Oh, that's unexpected. Ooh, it's like he knew he could get his superpower. He got a little tiny bit more. I'm surprised that tank went out of repair mode to attack, but maybe it wasn't taking the enemy. Maybe it 1 HP, then went to 3 HP, then decided not to go to repair mode. Not certain about that. But that should be all I need. So finish that guy, and that guy, and that guy. That way guy, that guy, and just a massacre. Alright, that was pretty sweet. No casualties, very fast win time, and a huge overkill in the power score, which just managed to keep CO power and superpower bar very well at the end there.
Mission complete.
Love that volcano background. Finished way ahead on speed, I believe. And I still feel quite good about the initial opener that lured us into the volcano range by manipulating his recons. I think that was a nice little understanding of the AI and the volcano pattern tactic. Alright. Thank you for watching, everyone, and a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Illusory Thunder, Master Knight DH, Advanced Warrior, Jackie, Gregory, William Wakefield, Kenny Boggs, Danny Hall, Jeffrey Morse, Supreme Crimson Leader, and Lino. Have a great day, everyone.